Okay, hold on tight, because just when you think the royal soap opera is finally over, boom! Meghan Markle finds a way to drag it right back into the spotlight. And no, this time it's not about a podcast, a book, or even a staged documentary moment. This time it's about something juicier, something that has royal insiders whispering behind closed doors. Are you ready? It's Meghan's behavior, and not just with anyone, but with Prince William. Yes, William. We're talking lingering hugs, flirty glances, and a whole lot of palace discomfort. It's not speculation anymore. The palace walls have ears, and trust me, they've heard everything. Apparently, every time Meghan crossed paths with William, it wasn't just a quick, polite, "Hey, how are you?" Nope, it was full-blown, wrap your arms around him, awkward as heck hugging. The kind of hugs that make everyone in the room freeze. Eyes darted, jaws dropped. This wasn't just friendly, it was, well, something else. And guess what? William noticed. Of course he did. He didn't look furious, more like, "Get me out of here before this turns into a tabloid disaster." Staff reportedly felt the tension. They even started whispering the F word. Yep, flirting. Now just picture this. You're the future king, married, constantly under scrutiny, and every time you're near your brother's wife, she's giving you lingering affection. That's not royal protocol. That's tabloid bait. William was uneasy, and honestly, who wouldn't be? Even after palace staff allegedly told Meghan to dial it down, she didn't. She kept up the smiles, the hugs, the subtle touches, almost like she was daring people to say something. And with every little moment, the already icy tension between Harry and William just got colder. Meghan felt rejected, William felt trapped, and Harry, poor guy, looked like he wanted to back his wife, but deep down, even he must have known something was off. But oh no, that's not where it ends. Now let's talk houses. Oh yes, because apparently a royal cottage wasn't good enough for Meghan. When she and Harry moved into Nottingham Cottage, a home literally on palace grounds, you'd think she'd be thrilled, right? Wrong. She hated it, called it tiny, too low, and even insulting. For the rest of us, it would be a dream come true, but to Meghan, it was some kind of royal slap in the face. She reportedly believed the cottage was a deliberate message from the royal family that said, "You don't matter." Mind you, William lived there before, taller than Harry, never complained. But Meghan made it a problem. She even told Oprah, allegedly, that the place was so modest Oprah couldn't believe it. Can you imagine? But wait, she wanted Frogmore House, not to be confused with Frogmore Cottage, which she did get. And surprise, surprise, she didn't like that either. What she really wanted? Windsor Castle. Yes, the Queen's home. And when she didn't get it, that to Meghan was just another rejection. It wasn't about bricks and ceilings. It was about ego, status, and that feeling that she was always being held back. Now here's where it really starts getting spicy. Meghan wasn't just annoyed with the house or awkward around William, she was straight up challenging the entire royal playbook. Like, forget centuries of protocol, I'm rewriting the script myself. And honestly, the palace did not know what hit them. See, for people raised in the monarchy, it's all about subtlety, quiet gestures, polished appearances. You keep your emotions in check and smile for the cameras no matter what. But Meghan? Oh no. She walked into Buckingham Palace like it was a red carpet premiere, big hugs, deep heart-to-hearts, loud laughs, A-list energy, California sunshine. And while that may work in LA, the palace isn't a film set. It's a centuries-old institution built on restraint. But Meghan bulldozed through all that with zero hesitation. Even in super formal settings, she couldn't resist being, well, touchy. And not in a charming way. It was cheek kisses, arm squeezes, those two long hugs again. At events where most royals stood still like statues, Meghan brought in what some insiders called chaotic intimacy. And guess what? William was not amused. Every time Meghan got too close, it wasn't just awkward, it was disruptive. Staff could feel it. Royal watchers noticed. People didn't say it out loud, but the tension, you could slice it. Still, the real chaos wasn't just physical, it was financial too. Because behind the smiles and interviews, Meghan and Harry were building something that was way bigger than their bank account could handle. They dreamed of billionaire status, big brand deals, Netflix shows, global domination, and for a hot second it looked like it might happen. But fast forward a bit, everything started falling apart. Spotify deal, gone. Podcasts, one and done. Netflix, meh. Even Hollywood execs began stepping back. Publicly, they all said creative differences. But insiders say the real reason? Meghan and Harry were just too difficult to work with, too sensitive, too slow, always offended, always demanding. And the worst part? They were spending money like the checks were still rolling in. We're talking millions. The mortgage alone? Around $715,000 a year. Staff? Over $370,000 annually. Security? A jaw-dropping $5 million every single year. That's without counting Harry's very expensive legal battles, some of which he already lost, racking up attorney fees in the millions. And yeah, Harry did tap into his inheritance from Diana. And later, the Queen Mother's Trust Fund, $16 million. But let's be real, with the way they're burning through cash, that money's not going to last. People started whispering the unthinkable, are they going broke? And guess what? Some even said that's why they were eyeing a return to the royal family. Yes, a comeback, except the royals weren't exactly rolling out the red carpet. In fact, when Harry sent over his working calendar to the palace, allegedly to help with scheduling, insiders say it read less like a friendly gesture and more like desperation. But if you thought that was bad, wait until you hear what the staff had to say. Behind the palace gates, Meghan's name still makes some former staffers flinch. No joke. There's a nickname, the Sussex Survivor Club. Not a meme. An actual group of people who say working for her left them emotionally wrecked. According to journalist Valentine Lowe, some of those staff members felt psychologically fragile after working under Meghan. They were so rattled, even after they left, they were still scared to speak up. Some even feared retaliation. That's chilling. And Meghan's team? They dismiss these claims as gossip, but those who lived it aren't laughing. They're still carrying the weight. And no matter how polished Meghan's PR becomes, that shadow doesn't disappear. Let's rewind to when she first arrived in the UK. Oh, the hype, the headlines. A biracial American actress joining the British monarchy? People were thrilled. It was fresh. It was modern. It was magical. Crowds screamed for her. Newspapers celebrated her. The world wanted her to win. She had the perfect setup, a prince, a platform, the love of the people. But then it started unraveling. Slowly at first. A weird interview here. A cryptic statement there. Little staff murmurs. Diva rumors. Meghan wasn't just uncomfortable. She was reportedly furious that she didn't get the full spotlight she thought she deserved. She wanted more. More access. More power. More say. And when she didn't get it, she didn't adapt. She pushed back. Hard. The Frogmore fiasco? Oh, that made things worse. After complaining about Nottingham Cottage, she was offered Frogmore Cottage, not the grand estate she'd hoped for. And again, complaints. The ceilings were too low, the rooms too small, the vibe not luxurious enough. But come on, this is a private royal residence on a private estate. Most people would call it paradise, not Meghan. She saw it as an insult. Even Oprah apparently got dragged into it. Meghan told her the house was so humble, Oprah was shocked. And that line? That's what did it for a lot of people. Because in a world where so many are struggling just to pay rent, Meghan's complaints about cottage ceilings felt tone-deaf, elitist, and out of touch. And Harry, once the cheeky prince of the people, now following Meghan's lead, complaining about curtain colors, acting like royal life was one big prison sentence. The public started to turn. The media got bored. The magic was gone. At the core of it all, this wasn't just about homes or hugs. It was about control. Meghan wanted full narrative control. When the palace didn't hand it over, she went scorched earth. The media? Cruel. The staff? Disloyal. The royals? Cold. The only person who ever understood Meghan Markle was Meghan Markle. And now, the bridges are burned, the spotlight's fading, the deals are drying up. Even the loyal fans are starting to ask, what now? Where's the work? Where's the substance? Where's the impact? Meghan had it all. She really did. A loving husband, a fairy tale wedding, the heart of a nation. But instead of building something lasting, she built walls. Instead of using her platform for unity, she stirred division. Instead of embracing the crown, she tried to bend it and broke everything in the process. And here we are. No royal title can fix it. No PR spin can hide it. And with every passing day, it looks less like a power move and more like a massive miscalculation. Whatever the future holds, one thing's for sure. Meghan didn't just walk away from the royal family. She set fire to the whole bridge and didn't look back. And when the smoke finally clears, there may not be anyone waiting on the other side. Waiting on